Alright guys, I hope you guys had a wonderful week this week, and I hope you're going to have a good Friday as well, as tomorrow is going to be a banking holiday for the market. So enjoy the time off, relax, spend some time with the family or spend some time in the Reddit forum talking about GameStop, right? And now we're starting to approach that big 420 day that everyone keeps talking about. And again, maybe it is going to be a big day for GameStop. Maybe it won't. I believe, let me just see here real quick. What's the next Monday? Okay, so Monday is the 21st, so I guess Sunday is going to be 420. So maybe Monday we have big news coming on, right? Maybe that's the hint that, Roaring Kitty has been talking about, but I'm not making too much out of it here. I'm just going to be doing analysis on the chart. Actually, what's funny enough is we did hit a gap fill here on like the daily, right? We filled the gap. Some people are saying it needs to go to the body, to the wick. And I was actually looking at it on the 4-hour too, right? We had this wick here and there's like another gap there. So again, there's a lot of debate whether it filled it or not. Again, I don't really care that much, and I'm just charting right here. It still looks like a B wave to me, and we can even see that it still did not take out the high. Good, if it takes out the high, B wave could extend further, right? And that's good because then it'll raise the target even more, right? And I kind of want that. I kind of want the target to be raised for GameStop. And again, this is just the technical analysis. And I know, guys, GameStop's never going below this price ever again. I know. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to go in the chat and tell me. I've had plenty of people tell me that, right? And I've had plenty of people tell me that this was the low. It's not going below 25, right? And now it's not going below 23, right? And then people started to panic as it was tumbling down, and then it started to reverse, right? So I don't really just go by what people tell me. I just go what the chart tells me. And the chart is telling me something like this could be playing out, right? It doesn't have to play out like this. Could already be in, right? And it's super bullish. It's time to be super bullish. And if you guys remember, I was talking about the markets on Tuesday, and I had a setup on the Qs. I said this was the time to short if the markets are going to start to take a dip. And they took a dip, right? It was in a short area. So it could also evolve into something more bullish where it could extend higher. GameStop could extend higher, right? And we have something more complex in the play. Maybe this is a whole ABC, right? And it's going to extend higher and then rip down again. Like, it could be very volatile. So it's in a very choppy place, and the markets are in a very choppy place. And kind of like in a decision area where they're either going to start to break down or they're going to start to break higher, and they're very reliant on news. But overall, the GameStop chart is long-term extremely bullish. Okay, that's all you need to understand, right? I'm just here to give analysis on it. I'm not here to piss anyone off. I see some people get really, really emotional and get really mad at me. And again, if you're just so angry that I'm giving out analysis like this, you just click off the video. That's it, right? Just control yourselves. That's all you really need to do. But anyways, I'm here to give you some good news today, right? Because we got the weekly close. The markets are closed tomorrow. GameStop closed on a very bullish note. We have a 15 and a -5 on the dual bench strength index, so looking real good for GameStop on the weekly time frame. Even confirmed that green dot there. The monthly time frame, however, remains bearish with a 17 and a -5 on the dual bench strength index. When we dive in on the other time frames, like the 4-day, the 3-day, and the 2-day, they're all shaping up, looking increasingly bullish. So again, this chart, right, on its own looks bearish, but you have indicators pointing to bullish price action that could be coming. And then you take a look at the daily time frame. This is where it starts to get a little bit dicey, right? Now you have conflicting data points, right? The larger time frames, like the weekly, is looking bullish. The daily, not so much. You have still red money flow. You have inwardly curving momentum waves. The VWAP is coming down, but let's just see how it plays out, right? It is outwardly curving, but it is now turning inwardly. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. The 4-hour time frame remains actually very bullish, right? You have increasing green money flow. You confirmed a green dot on the close on Thursday today. The 1-hour time frame, now this is where again we have more conflicting data. You get into the smaller time frames, you're starting to see some sort of tight momentum wave here, which could be a trigger wave for maybe GameStop to start dropping if you get a red dot confirmation. And then you get on the 30-minute and you see even less green money flow. So throughout this entire rally here from like the 20s all the way to 26, we've had increasing green money flow, very, very big amounts of money coming in, pushing it higher. Only when you got to that gap fill area, you got that rejection and money flow really started to dissipate in this drop. And you have it's dwindling right now. Right now you would say like it's starting to struggle, right? And it's apparently showing where the rally has kind of taken a bit of a pause. And the 15-minute, you're already in red money flow. So again, do what you want with that information. Just relaying what the charts are saying. Don't shoot the weatherman. And let's take a look at wave edge. So wave edge, again, we hit some sort of order block here at the lows. Got a nice rally from there. The daily time frame is showing that there's an order block all the way up here at 33. Is it going to do this and then do that and then do this again, right? We don't know. We don't know so far. It's still kind of like in this wave 2. It's a connector. It's meant to be choppy. It's meant to be, very difficult to trade, and obviously dips are meant to be bought up because it is a wave 2, but how much is it going to dip? Again, people calling that it's not going to go below here, it's not going to go below there, and then it goes lower. You don't know more than I know, right? Nobody knows what the market's going to do. All you can do is put out buy areas and sell areas. I actually think I've removed some sell areas here. We had actually one here that reacted really nicely, and then we had a couple other ones, but let's take a look at finish up the wave edge analysis. So nothing on the daily in terms of buy and sell signals. I think someone got really mad. He said this analysis is so trash. He sees nothing. Well, I'm just talking about the buy and sell signals here. I don't see anything on the in terms of buying at the lows on the daily time frame. It's when you get on the 4-hour time frames, you start to see the signals appear, right? You start to see 4-hour accumulation from smart money, and the same goes for the 1-hour time frame. They are accumulating the stock, believe it or not, right? It is being accumulated right now. Maybe we do some sort of like cup, right? And then handle, right? Well, you don't know. We don't know what the pattern is gonna develop like. And it already appears that we got some sort of cup and handle already, right? But this would technically be too big for a handle. But I'm not here to argue. It's only when we get on these smaller time frames that we really see what's going on in this connector wave. I think it's like the 5-minute. Yeah, the 5-minute. You can see they're buying the dips on the way up, but they're also unloading at the highs. And again, right here, about to take out the highs, it's pushing, investors are pushing it up, and then they start to dump it, right? You has a big stack of GameStop, whoever's manipulating the price, pushing it into their direction, they start selling here and then pushing it back down. But we don't know if it's just going to continue to extend. You have some indicators showing that the trend is starting to slow down in this B wave, and it is going to end, right? And then we're going to get some sort of pullback, maybe on some news. We don't know. Any news coming up? No, not really. Maybe they announced their Bitcoin investment, or we don't know. We don't know yet, right? And if Bitcoin starts to take off, I have a good feeling that GameStop is also going to follow Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin could have a run up to like 95, 94, right? And my analysis will shift. I'm not perma bearish or perma bullish. I go with what the chart is telling me. Right now, Bitcoin could be getting some sort of pullback here and getting gearing up for a big big relief rally from these levels. And if the markets can do that and extend in some sort of more complex correction like the Qs could be possibly doing, then you would have most likely push higher in GameStop as well. because right, rising tide lift all boats. Same thing when the markets go down, right? It's not always, right? So I think we saw like on Wednesday, the markets were down, and then GameStop was down, but then it had to bounce back up, and then GameStop bounces back up. Right, like some people like to say, it's completely detached from the traditional markets, but I still see some correlation here and there. So I just do I just do with whatever the market tells me, anyways. But yeah, that's it, guys. It's not really too much new information, new information here. Just kind of reiterating what I've been saying lately. And again, it's not analysis that anybody wants to hear, because again, it's not the super bullish analysis that's going to make you feel good. And oh my God, it's everything I want to hear. It's just what I think and my thoughts in the market. So far, we've been charting it very correctly, very nicely. We start again. I was saying this is an accumulation zone, and we've been correct on that, and it's been bouncing very nicely. Had a series of 1-2 setups, and it played out right over the course of a couple months. And then when this happened, I still remember this post. People, it got zero upvotes. Everybody hated it. It was very negative. But I said we're probably in for a couple weeks to even a couple months of a correction. And this was in January, and now we're in April. We're still kind of like inside of this corrective move, trying to finalize this wave 2. So whenever it comes to an end, wherever and whenever, this is where we'll see a turn, and we're going to enter this wave 3, right? And this is probably the biggest opportunity that's going to come in the market. So if you're looking for price targets to 45 to 55 or even above, then you shouldn't really care about where you're buying in 26, 24, 20, right? Obviously, the lower the price, the better, because it gives you the better percentage return when it does go up, right? But this is just me doing trade analysis on the stocks, and you could say it's always wrong and and all this stuff, but I have data to back up all my claims and all the stuff that I've done. I'm not here to promote myself or anything like that. I'm just telling you guys, the charts are the charts, and this is what the charts are showing me, and that's it. All right, that's it. Have a good Friday, everyone. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.